Ole wants Sancho, Van Dijk to scoop major award, the Champions League draw is coming up, Navas needs the exit, and a transfer roundup all coming up in the next few minutes. As I'm your host, Matt Froelich, you are the Onefootballers, and this is the Daily News. So first off to Old Trafford, where Ole Solskjaer is already looking ahead to next summer, where he plans to make a massive move for Dortmund's Jadon Sancho. Over £100 million is the price that has been quoted at the moment, but this is failing to take into account the upcoming season, during which Jadon Sancho has made a blinding start, and next summer's Euro 2020 competition. If he has a brilliant year with Dortmund, let's say wins the title, goes far in the Champions League, and then helps England to a good finish in the Euros, he'll probably be worth even more than that. He has also recently signed a new deal at Dortmund, which makes him one of the highest paid youngsters in the world. And on the topic of this, I just want to go sideways a bit and say that Luka Jovic is the highest paid youngster in the world under the age of 21. He's on 365k a week at Real Madrid. 365k. He had a good season at Frankfurt, okay? A great season at Frankfurt. He's on more than like Dembele, Mbappe. It's just ridiculous. That's a crazy amount of money, especially considering Zidane apparently wasn't too happy with him in pre-season. But anyway, back to the Sancho story, and Ole Solskjaer is also preparing that he'll be there next summer. This may seem a little negative, but given Manchester United's recent record, if something does disastrously go bad, like Ole Solskjaer's last few months at the back end of last season, he may not even be there next summer. But I'm sure whoever comes in would still love to have Sancho, because an attacking front three of Martial, Rashford and Sancho, that's enough to worry any defence. So next up, and we move to the UEFA Men's Best Player of the Year. Now, in the last few weeks, there's been a certain discussion about who's going to win it. Of course, Ronaldo, Messi and Van Dijk are up for the award. And I have said previously, I think Messi should win because he had a brilliant Champions League season. But I've reviewed the criteria, and it says that basically it's domestic and international performances by any player who is part of a UEFA member club. This throws it completely wide open, and now I really just can't pick. If you look at Lionel Messi, had a brilliant season again, fired Barca to the La Liga title. Cristiano Ronaldo won the Serie A title with Juventus and, of course, won the UEFA Nations League with Portugal. Then there's Virgil van Dijk, who helped Liverpool to a Champions League victory. I just can't really choose between the three, but I think I'm going to have to go with Virgil van Dijk. I know I said Lionel Messi was brilliant, and he was, but I think overall, throughout the whole campaign, and especially as I didn't think that Messi and Barcelona had too much trouble in their La Liga season, I'm going to go with Van Dijk. Again, with Cristiano Ronaldo, the kind of stats he was putting up, it's clear that last season was a bit of a drop-off. Again, doesn't mean I hate Messi or Ronaldo or any of you fanboys going absolutely nuts out there. Just think that Van Dijk may actually edge this one. This is something that, of course, naturally as he would, Liverpool manager Jurgen Klopp is fully behind. He did say that it'd be great if we can start to appreciate things and maybe a defender gets the chance to win it and not just a goal scorer. Of course, he did go on to say that if we're talking about last season, Van Dijk would win, but if we're talking about lifetime achievements in football, it's always going to be between Messi and Ronaldo. So the winner of that will be announced this evening, along with the draw for the Champions League. This is where it all starts again. All the drama, all the excitement, all the VAR ridiculous decisions over the next 9 months or so. The first round of the group stage games will be played mid-September, but today we'll be able to find out who the likes of Manchester City, the English champions, will be getting. The same with the Spanish champions, Barcelona, Juventus in Italy. Also Liverpool, the holders of the Champions League. And as well as that, there's a few others who have joined in at the very last minute. Last night, Ajax managed to beat Apollon Nicosia to take their space in pot 2. This means that after going through loads of qualifying rounds, they still end up in the second best pot in the competition. Anyway, there's also some good teams in pot 3 and 4, and you can bet that an away trip to Leverkusen, Inter Milan or to Olympiacos is definitely not on some teams' list. Those are some of the biggest in pot 3. And in pot 4, going up against Galatasaray, Leipzig, Lille or Atalanta will surely cause a few teams more than a few problems. As for the winner of the competition, I really can't decide just yet, but I think my early favourites are Liverpool and Manchester City. And as for the top scorer, I'm going to pick for Bayern's Robert Lewandowski. Absolute goal machine. So moving on and back to some transfer news now, and Navas looks set to be leaving Real Madrid. Apparently he's agreed terms with PSG, where it's well documented that manager Thomas Tuchel is not necessarily happy with Alfonso Areola. So he's going to go in and bring in the Costa Rican, who in my eyes has been one of the best goalkeepers this decade. The amount of shade that's been thrown at him, especially by the club themselves, is unbelievable. He was Zidane's man, he helped them to all those Champions League, and now he's just been tossed out in the place of Thibaut Courtois. Don't get me wrong, Courtois is a good goalkeeper, but after last season's performances, I'm not so sure they should be ready to get rid of a goalkeeper just yet. In terms of a replacement, there's been loads of names banded around, but two of them have been AC Milan's Pepe Reina and unbelievably Everton's Martin Stekelenburg. Apparently, the club and the player have agreed personal terms. All that's left to do is for Real Madrid and PSG to agree on a fee. Surely there's not going to be a last minute, how about you throw us Neymar as well in there? Knowing the Neymar saga though, I wouldn't rule it out just yet. So talking of Neymar, we move on to our roundup of the daily news. So, first up, of course, is a little bit of a Neymar update. Barcelona have bid 130 million plus Ivan Rakitic plus Ousmane Dembele on loan for the season. PSG have swatted it to the side. They have rejected that bid, and there's a few more days for Barcelona to get the deal done. Real Madrid are set to reignite their interest in Sporting Lisbon midfielder Bruno Fernandes. Timo Bakayoko could be heading back to Monaco on a permanent deal from Chelsea, and Mario Mandzukic has rejected the chance to join PSG, despite not even being named in Juventus Champions League squad. That's right, Gonzalo Higuain is ahead of Mandzukic in the pecking order, and he still won't go to PSG. So there you have it. Let me know of your thoughts on the day's daily news and on who you think is going to win that so-called prestigious award tonight. Anyway, whilst you're down in the comment section, you can smash the like button and click here or here to check out all of the other videos we've got going on OneFootball. But until next time, I'll see you guys later.